When I first checked my credit score and saw it sitting at 612, my stomach dropped. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. It was kind of that in-between zone where everything costs just a little more. Higher insurance rates, lower approval chances, and a constant reminder that lenders didn't really trust me. Everywhere I looked online, people were talking about fixing credit by opening new cards, taking on new loans, or using some paid repair service. But I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't want to juggle new accounts or rely on tricks. I just wanted to take what I already had and fix it. So I decided to treat my credit score like a challenge. And in just 90 days, I raised it by more than 100 points without opening a single new account. Here's exactly how it happened. The first thing I did was face the truth head on. I pulled my credit reports from all three bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, through annualcreditreport.com. Most people only ever check their score, but the real story lives inside the report. Mine showed a few things holding me back. A small balance I didn't realize was still revolving, a single late payment from an old store card, and a utilization ratio that was way higher than I thought. Credit scoring is mostly math. Roughly 35% of it is your payment history. 30% is how much credit you use, and the rest is based on account age, credit mix, and new inquiries. Once I understood that formula, I realized I didn't need a new card. I just needed to optimize the pieces I already had. My first target was utilization, the amount of credit you're using compared to your total limit. Mine was hovering around 45%, which is way too high. So I changed one small habit that made a big difference. I started paying my cards twice a month instead of once. Most people think paying by the due date is enough, but your utilization is actually reported when the statement closes, not when you pay. By knocking down that balance before the statement cutoff, I suddenly looked far more responsible to the credit bureaus. Within a few weeks, my score jumped nearly 40 points. The next issue was that old late payment. I had honestly forgotten about it. It was from a small store card I hadn't touched in years. But even one late mark can drag your score down for months. So I contacted the card issuer directly and politely asked for what's called a goodwill adjustment. I explained that it was a one-time mistake, that my payment history had been solid ever since, and that I'd appreciate them reconsidering. To my surprise, they removed the late payment. That small change added another 15 or so points and cleaned up my record. From there, I started focusing on consistency. I set up autopay for every recurring bill I had, utilities, subscriptions, and credit cards, just to make sure nothing slipped through the cracks. I even linked a few of my regular payments to Experian Boost so they'd show up as on-time payment history. This didn't give a huge instant jump, but it created steady momentum that added up week after week. By the halfway point, about 45 days in, my score had climbed roughly 70 points. But I also realized something interesting. Improving credit isn't just about fixing mistakes, it's about not making new ones. So I avoided applying for any new credit during that time. Each hard inquiry can drop your score by a few points, and if you're trying to rebuild, you want every point you can keep. Around that same time, I found a few small reporting errors. One bureau was still showing the old late payment that had already been removed elsewhere. I filed a simple online dispute, uploaded my documentation, and waited. 2 weeks later, the correction went through, and that's when I finally crossed the 100-point milestone. But here's the part that most people don't talk about, the mindset that kept me going. At first, I thought checking my credit score regularly would stress me out, but it actually had the opposite effect. By watching my progress every few weeks, I started seeing cause and effect in real time. Paying on time, lowering balances, and catching errors all turned into little wins that kept me motivated. There's also something powerful about understanding how the system works. Credit scoring isn't personal, it's predictable. If you know what the algorithms reward, you can play the game on your terms. And when you do, it stops feeling like a mystery and starts feeling like a strategy. Now, I also want to clear up a few myths that almost threw me off track. Myth number 1, checking your own credit score hurts it. That's false. Checking through apps or your bank is a soft inquiry, which has no impact at all. Myth number 2, you need multiple credit cards to build a good score. Not true. 1 or 2 managed well is plenty. And myth number 3, closing old accounts helps your score. Actually, that can hurt you because it shortens your average account age. By the end of 90 days, my score had gone from 612 to 717. That change didn't just look good on paper, it saved me real money. My car insurance premium dropped by $28 a month. My credit card limit increased automatically. And when I later applied for a personal loan, I got approved instantly with a better interest rate. It's amazing how different life feels when you're not being penalized for the past. And the best part, I did it all without opening a new card, paying for credit repair, or following viral hacks. Just smart, steady actions that compound over time. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Improving your credit isn't about quick tricks. It's about consistency. Pay every bill on time. Keep balances low. Check your reports often. And if you find an error, fix it. Do those things consistently and you'll see results, not because of luck, but because that's how the system is designed. A higher credit score doesn't just mean cheaper loans, it means more control. It opens doors quietly in the background of your life. And when that number starts moving up, you start feeling something bigger than relief. You start feeling freedom. If this helped you or gave you a little clarity, subscribe for more videos like this one. Because fixing your finances isn't about being perfect. It's about being informed, consistent, and in control of your own story.